Hey guys, welcome back to another weekly review of Coffee with Karan with Orange Wall TV. This is Aisha.
This is Zuhair.
This is Sarah.
Okay, guys, the episode with Aditya Roy Kapur and Arjun Kapoor. What did you guys think?
As forgettable as that.
I will just start by giving the disclaimer that after my conversation today, Sarah and my friendship may end because I know how strongly she feels. And today I also feel just as strongly, but in the completely other side of the argument.
Our friendship is
Um,
stronger than a third person. But
no,
As
I
if
don't know.
I
I
do
don't
not.
know if it's stronger than Arjun Kapoor is for you, though.
I think
That's
it
So,
can
so
withstand
for people who are watching, for reference, a couple of years ago, Sarah's birthday cake had like a big photo of Arjun Kapoor on it. Just his photo, not even like any mention of herself, but just his photo on the birthday cake. And then when the cake eventually finished, we still kept that little thing in the freezer for about 6 months. Till I think till I think somebody had to clean the freezer and they were like, okay, no, we have to thaw the whole thing. So like,
yeah.
sorry.
So
Um,
I think we start with giving Sarah the space to
of
just
course.
let it out. How did you feel, Sarah?
uh I'll say what I want to say right at the end of our whole Arjun discussion, but I felt like um, Arjun Kapoor is somebody who needs like a huge reservoir of energy next to him so he can bounce off of it because he doesn't have that much of his own, which he didn't get with the world's second most boring guest. Um, so I feel like the episode was in parts it was kind of a dud for me. IMO.
But also, I think, and I'm sorry, before we talk about Arjun, we're talking about Aditya because I think it's going to be a relatively shorter conversation.
Wait.
He was
Overall, what did you think of the episode first? Before we go into Arjun and Aditya separately.
okay.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I
Okay.
also thought it was okay.
I
It was
expected
just,
it to be fun. This was
yeah,
not. It was not so fun. It was a treat.
yeah.
I thought Aditya Roy Kapur was a lot of fun when he was with Pariniti Chopra. Right? I really liked that
Hmm.
episode. We could see
Yeah.
him over here. There wasn't a lot of chemistry. There wasn't. It was just wasn't fun. Um, Aditya Roy Kapoor was okay. He was fine. He was honest, as honest as he could be. But he was also honest about the fact that he's not very honest. He doesn't really come out talk about his
Hmm.
personal life or anything like that. So I think it was clear that what we hear about Aditya Roy Kapoor is much more interesting than what Aditya Roy Kapoor kind of reveals about himself. Right? What the
True.
others say about him way more interesting. Um, okay.
True. And I
Any
also
comments
He's
about
think,
Aditya
definitely
Roy
more
Kapoor?
talented of an actor.
yeah, I do think that, with Aditya Roy Kapoor, he's the guy that Ranbir and Arjun kind of like pick on because he probably like, is a bit like aloof or like, a bit zoned out. Um, so it's fun in that situation, like when they're all together, but he's not the one who's generating like the jokes or anything. So that's why I felt
Yeah.
like the energy was
He's
down.
not.
Definitely, या तो ये होता है ना कि वो भी आगे से मजाक कर रहा होता है, like he was actually had a straight face and he was like,
नहीं
I don't
पता.
know what
Can
you
I
guys are
just
on
say
about.
that the tangent they went off onto was so much more fun than the actual quiz that I think Karan also stopped the quiz in the middle.
Yeah, he forgot
Like
about
the
the quiz in
other,
the middle.
but because it was so boring, like क्या
It
लेना देना था
was.
उसका जिम मॉरिसन का नाम कॉफी विद करण में क्यों था
हाँ, हाँ, I think वो
बाय
उसको points देने के लिए, ताकि उसको भी थोड़े से
Why?
points मिल जाए.
But my problem, finally coming to it because मुझसे रहा नहीं जा रहा.
एक
Arjun.
सेकंड में पहले can I just say
Okay.
something?
Yeah, go.
Aditya wasn't looking good.
I thought they were both dressed well. Not
Aditya
they weren't
wasn't
in sync, but
looking
they were
good.
both dressed well.
I
Oh, I thought
thought
I
his
Aditya
think they
was
were.
suit
looking
was
nice.
just so tight, or
Oh, I didn't
like
think
the
it was giving
lower
a bit of a
torso was
Valima
so
vibe.
tight. Exactly, and that too in
Yeah,
Lahori
but
Walima, not
otherwise,
even like a
yeah,
nice Walima.
he just had to wear like a silver colored tie with it to complete the look.
Oh,
But no,
yeah.
I think he was looking fine. Like he was looking nice.
I agree.
Not
I think
the
they were both
best,
looking fine. Yeah.
yeah, not the best he has looked, but he was
No.
looking
IMO, he did not. IMO, he wasn't looking nice. Like he's
his
looked
bal,
so
How
much
was
nicer.
his
He
hair
could
was
how
have
was
so
opened.
Arjun
proud.
looking?
Like
Arjun
In
was looking like Arjun,
YO, he
yeah.
was looking like Arjun. Yeah, I agree.
It was, look, it was looking like Arjun.
His
We've
yeah.
seen this
scruffy,
before.
like his scruffy self. Arjun Kapoor came across as someone who has all these, pearls of wisdom and, really smart and everyone comes to me for therapy and yeah, wo. But his energy throughout the episode was so chaotic. It was screaming insecurity.
Oh,
He was so evidently a bad sport throughout the whole episode, right? Um, I think he's a very funny person. I think he's very witty. I think he's very eloquent when he speaks. But I think all of that just fizzled out completely when he started getting all defensive about how erratic his box office streak was. I think he was taking himself way too seriously, and he always does this, right? I feel like in the last few seasons, whenever he comes on, um, he's always more interesting and more fun when he's there as a cameo rather than being given a complete episode. Like the Anushka Katrina one, which pops into my head as the most fun time I've ever seen.
oh, the
But
Ranveer one also.
or the Ranveer one, yeah, they're always a bit more interesting. But you can't even blame Karan Johar for asking him the same kind of questions because last two seasons talking about Malaika Arora, um, and then the last few seasons talking about his bad run at the box office. You can't blame him because his life and personal life, his career and personal life have kind of been at a plateau
Hmm.
always. But then him comparing himself to Akshay Kumar and Saif Ali Khan, having these um, notions of grandeur that absolutely don't exist. Saying something like, I was the first man of my generation within my contemporaries to do a 100 crore film with two states. I'm sorry, no. 2 years before that, Ranveer Singh came out with Ram Leela. A year before that, Barfi came out. Right, both of these were, I think, at least 100 crores, if not more. Ram Leela, I know, was 200 crores. Uh, you know, and then okay, if the argument is that Ranveer and Ranveer are not his contemporaries, भाई साथ Aditya Roy Kapur बैठे हैं. Ashki 2 was released before Two States. If you're saying, okay, Student of the Year, wale jo hai, they are his contemporaries. Bhai, Alia Bhatt, her second film was Highway, which was 400 crores. Like, where is his illusions of grandeur coming from? I don't understand, right? It's kind of like he has become a flop actor and now he's thinking, oh, mera zamana bada acha tha. He was giving that vibe.
He
I
was
thought
giving Bobby.
He was giving Bobby.
yeah, yeah. I think there was a little bit of that for sure for me as well. I thought he became so defensive that almost like, his body language changed for those 2 minutes when he was talking about it. It was kind of like nobody could really talk to him, or, you couldn't really have a conversation. It was like he spoke for 2 minutes straight. Hi, thoda आवाज ऊंची हो गई, like there was more aggression in his thing, body language change हो गई, shut down, complete shutdown, and he just like kind of said it all. um
Hmm.
and which I thought like was unlike him, because the reason why people love him so much is because of his vulnerability, is because he
Right.
always is the opposite of this usually, where
Yeah.
he says, it is what it is, and the audience will, I hope they see it at some point and all of that stuff, rather than that, it's always weird when people turn around and kind of put it on the audience,
Yeah.
rather than kind of
मजा
saying,
मजा खराब हो गया था at that point.
हाँ, like थोड़ा बहुत सीरियस हो गया, like
बहुत
everybody was a
serious.
bit like यार मतलब ठीक है, सबके साथ होता है. Even Aditya Roy Kapur has not been like the biggest star or something.
Aditya Roy
um
Kapur, arguably, Arjun has been more successful than Aditya Roy Kapur.
yes,
But he doesn't, he doesn't carry that so seriously.
yeah, yeah, he doesn't. And I think I would have liked Arjun to be a bit more vulnerable, rather than like this very shut down self.
Yeah.
The only, like how he even ended the thing where he was like, I want to keep doing this for the rest of my fucking life. And that kind of almost instantly throws a change भी हो गया था mood because Karan picked up on that. Karan has so far in this season or previous season, like he doesn't really use the F word or anything. He picked up on that,
Neither do
and then
you,
like he
but
started venting, huh? But like he started venting as well. And when he went on about that whole episode about Ranveer and Deepika and saying, yeah, and like he actually did flip at the camera. Like I was like, what? Like,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
was
yeah.
a
It
bit
was वो
unexpected.
वही मैं कह
Again,
रहा हूँ
in
ना
bad
मजा
taste.
मजा खराब हो गया था. I like to hear Karan's response though. I did like that.
Yeah, it was nice till like the last part where he was, and everybody was like, ठीक है. And people were, I think everybody thought कि हमेशा तो वो भी मजा लेता है इन सब चीजों का, controversy का. Now, come on, let's be real.
hmm.
It's not
Yeah,
like, he does this so that everybody is hugging at the end of each other. Like the way he egged on, for example, Sonam and Deepika back for about Ranveer and all that. So like
yeah.
the element of the whole show is meant to be spice. And
Blah, 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 blah,
I do feel
blah,
he's
blah,
been a
yeah,
bit
Karan, da, da,
unlucky
da,
at
da,
the
da, da,
box office
da,
as
da,
well
da, da, da,
because we
da.
watched that movie last year, Kutte, and that was a good movie. Like अच्छी थी, मजे की थी. He just needs to start doing
हाँ.
maybe like some OTT shows. He just needs to understand, I guess, कि वो किस तरह की movies में चलता है. Like इशकजादे type में चलता है. He's not like a chocolate hero or like somebody you would like to see in every kind of movie.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I think the
Two
last time
things, two
we,
things.
yeah, yeah, go, Sarah, go. मैंने बहुत बोल दिया.
Uh, One, I feel like Arjun could be an amazing villain of his generation.
Yeah.
Like if he got into that negative space, like if you guys have seen Aurangzeb,
Yeah, yeah,
he
yeah.
No,
does
I
madness
haven't.
really well. He does madness and like like psychedelic that is a very good quality in him. Because remember the AIB roast? Like they said he has the
Yeah.
creepiest smile in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
it's
Yeah.
He
true, he
does.
does.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So
You're
I
right. He
feel
would
like
do a
if he
villain
got
very
into
well.
more of the yeah, like if he got into the negative space a bit more and let go of this notion that I am like going to be a top masala hero,
Yeah.
that would be more
I mean, he was
realistic.
really good
Number two,
in the last Pinky Farrar वाली जो movie थी वो क्या था?
oh, that was
उसमें
a
he was very
हाँ
good.
good
हाँ
movie.
हाँ, that was
Sandeep
a
That
very
and
was
good
Pinky
movie.
his
Farrar.
last
Yeah,
good
yeah.
film.
I
Yeah.
think वो थोड़ा सा पता है unlucky भी है उस तरह से. कि एक तो like वो परिणीति के साथ थी ना पिंकी फरार.
हाँ. ये दोनों unlucky हैं.
Aisha Farrar.
Aisha,
You can't hear me, no?
I can
You
hear you
can
now.
hear me
Yeah,
now.
you're
Yeah.
back. You're back. Yeah.
No,
I was
your
going to say
screen
that
goes blank.
there was a
Um,
point where Pariniti like was just any movie, even a good story that Pariniti was becoming a part of, it was tanking.
Yeah.
like Meri
Yeah.
Pyari Bindu. Brilliant
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
a
But
good
it
film.
tagged.
Like,
And has now become a classic, right?
Yeah.
Like now it
Yeah.
is
yeah.
considered a classic.
मैं ये कहना चाह रही थी कि I personally feel like, well, I'm happy for anyone who's in love and everything, but I feel like Malla has dampened his energy quite a bit.
Yeah. He was a bit bitter. Like I think she's added a bit of bitterness
Yeah. He
rather
was
than
generally a bit bitter.
uplifting him out of all of that. She's added, like how in the last few episodes we've been saying how people's significant others have added to them or kind of added to their growth. I think it's been the
Yeah,
opposite for
yeah.
him. So
Yeah.
like I think
Fair.
for him like
Agree.
the growth has gone in the other direction too. And I think like
Agree.
he had so much baggage for him, like apna hi, and then this new baggage and stuff that's come through, and obviously like the media's reaction and all of that. I think it's not very cool for him.
Yeah. Having said that, I appreciated his response when he was asked about Malacca for this time, where he gave a very dignified response saying, "I'm
Huh.
not going to talk about it." That I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
I thought that was
That's
very measured and very respectful
yeah,
as well. Like
very
that
respectful.
I
Yeah,
think
yeah, yeah.
more people should actually say that. And that's the first time somebody said that, and I actually thought, हाँ ये बात भी सही है. Okay, when the other person is actually not there, then maybe you shouldn't be talking
Mm.
about,
Yeah.
about them.
Rapid fire. Arjun was more funny in Aditya Roy's Rapid Fire.
Yeah, yeah. I agree.
I liked
agree.
him then.
Yeah, just before the rapid fire, we talked about the rapid fire. There was one point where Arjun was genuinely funny, which was when I don't know also why they dedicated 5 minutes of this episode to Google Pixel 8. But you know when they were doing that erasing thing, and when Ananya's dogs were like, and he was like, "Kya naam hai un dogs ka?" And he didn't know, and then he was just like, "Tum chhod do." Like it's okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Like I
kutuk
thought
nahi
that was the
jata.
only
Yeah,
point that
yeah,
was
yeah.
genuinely funny.
Yeah, yeah, that was funny. I agree.
Can I
I
just
agree.
say
That
that
was funny.
Aditya is like the worst boyfriend in the world? Aditya was, yeah, you don't know your girlfriend's dog's names, for starters. You don't know anything about her. You don't know the references to her daddy's movies. What's
That's
happening? Do you
okay.
guys not talk? Is talking not happening?
But you know
Yeah,
the
but I
thing is,
don't think I don't think when
Actually,
they're talking,
maybe.
she's like, "Oh yeah, my dad's known for just joking." Like it's
yeah. I think I have two
Ask
theories there.
faster.
I have two theories there. One is that, at some point there was a rumor that this is all like engineered. This relationship thing is
Hmm.
like very much so ताकि दोनों को थोड़ा सा वो मिल जाए, this angle, because
mm,
otherwise
mm,
they didn't
mm.
really have any interesting significant others. The
Yeah,
other thing is that because Aditya is older, it's almost like Ananya. Even there was that video where Ananya was like hanging on to his arm.
Koi, there
Do
was
you
some
remember?
music
Yeah.
playing or something.
There
There
was
was
like
some
they were at a
concert.
restaurant, and like she was like they were at a restaurant, and it was like alleged that somebody like the paparazzi had sneaked the camera through the window or something, um,
Acha.
where she was hanging on to his arm, and he was a bit like, "Acha, okay, ठीक है." So I think maybe because he's older, and like maybe like she has kind of um, in a way like reached above to be with him. So
Sure.
it's kind of like when they're together, it's like the things that interest him rather than,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
like a more level
yeah.
playing field. And I
Mm.
think she's always
And
trying to
I
be
think
as
that
smart as
was
him, or,
yeah,
as
yeah, yeah,
clever as
yeah, yeah,
him,
yeah,
or
yeah.
as like life
I get that.
experienced.
Yeah.
So I think that could also be it.
Having not seen the video you're talking about, but just on the basis of both of them on Coffee with Karan, how Ananya was like, yeah, yeah, Aditya Roy Kapur, and I'm Ananya.
Yeah.
Like she was making fun of it. She was really happy about this relationship.
Yeah.
It was something that you could see there was a sense of pride. Whereas
Yeah.
Aditya's like, huh, hai.
Like it was more, she was more like in love and giddy in
Yeah,
love and
yeah,
like
yeah,
immature
yeah,
about things. Whereas
yeah.
he was a bit like, yeah, okay, I am in a serious relationship, that's fine,
That's fine.
kind of a thing. Huh.
I
Also,
agree.
it was giving me a little bit of like that um, Alia and Ranbir vibe. At one point in their relationship as well, they had this
Very much
thing
so.
where
Yeah.
Ekdam se Alia was kind of like, all things Ranbir, whereas Ranbir wasn't like really fussed about like Alia and her life and her cats and all that stuff.
But wherever we have seen a 10-year age difference in Bollywood, we have experienced this.
So we are saying that the older partner is so much more dominant that the younger partner is
Yeah,
always kind of, trying to do things their way to hold on in a way to the relationship
I feel
rather than the older.
the younger person is always trying to appease the elder person,
Yeah.
and I don't and I think that's in our culture generally as well.
Huh. Rather than the older person also trying to, be like more fun or like integrating themselves in the
Yeah,
younger partner's life.
that's quite rare. I think.
Huh. Yeah. And I think even like with the Saif, like, Saif will do his own things. He's not gonna be you won't ever see Saif at those parties with like, Karina and Karan and Manish and all that. Although you will see Karina at those, when they go on holiday and stuff, and Saif is meeting his Gora friends
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah, yeah,
going to
yeah.
his school and
She's
stuff. Like you will
fully
see Karina.
integrated into
Exactly.
going to start and all of that. And also we saw a very different. Again, I don't know how this conversation has gone to Seth, but we saw a very different Seth if you go back and watch him with Amrita on
Huh.
Rendezvous. There
Huh.
he is the one
The
appeasing
younger
Amrita.
partner. There he is kind of like the person who's
He's
kind of like
appeasing
trying
her,
to
saying
appease.
yeah,
Yeah.
and she's like,
Yeah.
for me, it was a one night stand, and he just never left. Like that's literally what she
Yeah.
says. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's yeah, I think age can definitely hope that there's always a power dynamic
Huh.
that plays all the bases of age.
Absolutely. Okay, rapid fire, guys. What did you guys think of the rapid fire round? I want to just say something very, very quickly before you drop off again. What were your thoughts on the rapid
Uh,
fire?
The rapid fire was just, I think,
No, but Aditya also won because like there was no substance, so you only had to like. And Arjun was right about the good looks, good looks, good looks thing because there was no substance in their answers. So people were just going by "अच्छा ये ज़्यादा अच्छा दिखता है," so I'll just vote for him.
And
exactly,
I
yeah,
Overall, do you guys? Oh,
yeah.
by the way, one thing I wanted to tell you, not tell you guys because I'm not 100% sure, but I have a very strong hunch. You know how like we haven't seen who Janvi's co guest is, like the guest.
yeah,
I
yeah.
have a feeling it is going to be Zinat Aman.
Because of
Because
the amount that people have spoken about.
exactly, like randomly season में ये Zinat Aman की इतनी सारी fan base
Her
कहाँ से आ
Insta game,
गई?
her Insta game. Zina Zaman's Insta game. I'm just campaigning for Jaya Bachchan to get on Coffee with Karan. That is the pure reason why I am on this review panel is purely because I want Jaya Bachchan and Aditya on Coffee with Karan. This is
I
what I
don't
want.
want the reason why I don't want Jaya Bachchan on the show is because I don't want Badmazgi on the set.
I want spice. She will give me spice.
Yeah,
Oh
actually,
God.
she'll be like the meme for like 2024. Then I'm sure.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
If
it would
we
be
thought
nice
Karina could
to.
shut Karan up, Jaya Bachchan and Rekha on Coffee with Karan.
That's the dream, though. That's the dream.
I think
आग
Rekha would
लगा
just be
देंगे
like, "You can
असल
say
में
whatever,
सेट को.
darling," and then Jaya will be saying whatever. Actually, सारा आग लग जाएगी
बाल
देख
नोच
set
रहे
पे.
होंगे.
Somebody will like actually.
That's what I want. That's legit what I want. I want Rekha and Jaya.
Can you imagine?
But I also want Radhya to do a forehead reveal though on the show. This is my.
I think till she makes her Bollywood debut, she's going to keep it there. And then all of a sudden it'll be like bitches.
It'll be out. Okay, overall episode out of 10. Sarah, go.
6.
Aisha,
5.
5. I agree.
Yeah.
5.
Okay.
Right
I
in
On
the
had 2
that.
middle.
points for Arjun.
Yeah, 5. And the fact that Sarah has given 6 means it was bad.
Yeah.
It was. I'm a little off Arjun Ajkal. I didn't say it before.
Sure.
Okay. On that note, guys.
Go on, do the outro.
No. That's you.
I can't say on that note then. But that was it for this week's episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, share, and subscribe to Orange World TV. Let us know what you thought of the episode in the comment section below. This is Zuhair, Sarah, and Aisha signing off. We'll see you next week.